Steam tunneling is an event aggregating and organization web app. The way that we plan on going about this is having an extremely simple interface in which you can easily post events and organize those events that you posted. The idea here is that many organizations have tried to do this, and we're going to go into talking about this as well with competitors when Charles talks about the competitors, but they've not succeeded for a variety of reasons. We do, however, think that the fact that so many people have tried this speaks to the fact that this is something really hot. People want to be able to use the internet not just to connect with people digitally, but to connect with people offline and to create actual relationships that really matter. And so we're excited to potentially be able to connect people online with similar interests and bring them physically together based on their geographic location and those interests to create real connections. We sometimes jokingly refer to this as a geotemporal spatial network, but really what it is a people network. Briefly, before we go into market, we'll give you a taste of what this might look like. Here's just a mock-up of what steam tunneling might look like. We just pulled 3 events from Stanford Athletics, so 3 events that are going on today. You probably didn't know these are going on today. One of these is at Stanford, the other 2 are not. However, we have aggregated a database of over 400 events going on in any given 2-week period on this campus alone. And so this would essentially be a feed of these hundreds of events that you could have access to and check or uncheck whether or not you want athletics or frat parties or classics department, I don't know, Virgil translating, parties, whatever. Which are actually pretty fun. Now back to the market, which Mario will cover.
So our market is based around event-driven social networks. To begin with, we plan on targeting the 18 to 35 male and female demographic who want to go out and want to know where to go. To start with, we're going to target Stanford specifically because it's very practical and there's a huge need to know what's going on campus. And there are many events which happen on campus on a daily basis. For example, I personally want to go out more, but I never know where to go because there's not one place where all the events on campus are aggregated. So once we build a significant Stanford user base, we plan to expand to the general population, targeting people in cities who want to know maybe there's a party going on in a club or where to go bar hopping and stuff like that. And specifically centered around user-driven events. Our competitors actually base their apps around events like professional events, ticketed events, and stuff like that. But our app is going to target user-driven events where users can post their own events, such as parties at people's houses and stuff like that. So our main goal is to eventually get rid of flyers and word of mouth and become the best way to make your event known to the general public.
Competitors and lessons learned. So we have quite a few competitors in this space, but we have grouped them into 2 groups. One being ones that are successful at what they're doing, and some that were not as successful and ultimately failed. So we have Eventbrite, which is an event planning and promotion platform, and it mainly focuses on promoting and ticketing events. So most events that are organized on Eventbrite have their tickets sold through the site, and they get permission for that. And the similarity between them and us is that we could potentially develop a feature that promotes some events over others. And people will be paying for that. We have Bravey, which is a mobile app. And this is basically an aggregator that shows you what's happening in your local area. It's mainly based in urban and suburban settings, and it would show you events based on your mood. So, for example, if you're feeling artsy, it will show you what's going on in the local museum. Or if you're feeling lively, it will tell you what parties are happening in the area. But the one great area in their data is that they don't really have on-campus events, because on-campus events are mainly exclusive, and for most of them, you probably need your SUI 8 to go to them, so they're not really public. So they don't have those events on their mobile app. And we have Facebook events. Most of us have used Facebook events and have gotten to know about events through Facebook. But the one limitation with this feature is that if you don't have friends who are attending these events, you probably will not get to know what's happening. So there are a lot of events that are happening, and you won't know if you don't have friends who those events. Other similar apps that failed or were not successful in this space were Fountain Hopping, which is an app that showed you what events are happening on campus, but it was mainly based on a map and different markers on